Imagine living in a world with no electricity. No streetlights, no phones, no flashlights. As the sun slowly disappears below the horizon, darkness takes over everything around you. Somewhere in the distance, a wolf begins to howl. A lion is silently hunting through the grass. You have no locked doors, no concrete walls, and no modern weapons to protect you. You're just a human trying to survive another night. So what did ancient humans actually do after sunset? Did they simply go to sleep, or did the darkness completely change the way they lived? Let's travel back nearly 100,000 years and discover what nighttime was really like for our ancestors. For early humans, sunset marked the beginning of the most dangerous part of the day. Humans have surprisingly poor night vision compared to many animals. While predators like lions, hyenas, wolves, and big cats became more active after dark, humans became far more vulnerable. Walking around at night was extremely risky, so most people stayed close to their camp. Their greatest protection wasn't a spear or a stone axe. It was fire. A campfire provided warmth on cold nights, enough light to see nearby, and perhaps most importantly, it discouraged many wild animals from coming too close. Archaeologists have discovered ancient fireplaces inside caves and campsites that are hundreds of thousands of years old, showing just how important fire became in human survival. Without it, surviving the night would have been much more difficult. But once the fire was burning, the day didn't simply end. Night became a time when families and small groups gathered together. They repaired broken stone tools, sharpened hunting spears, prepared weapons for the next day's hunt, cooked meat over the fire, and stitched together animal skins to make clothing or blankets. Unlike the busy daytime hours spent searching for food, the evening offered a rare chance to slow down. People could finally sit together, rest, and communicate without constantly worrying about hunting or gathering. Many scientists believe this is also when one of humanity's oldest traditions truly began, storytelling. Imagine children sitting around the glowing fire while older members of the group shared stories about dangerous animals, successful hunts, brave ancestors, or mysterious spirits they believed lived in the darkness. These stories weren't just entertainment. They helped teach important survival lessons, explain the world around them, and pass knowledge from one generation to the next. Long before books, schools, or the internet existed, stories were humanity's first library, preserving experience and wisdom through spoken words. You might think everyone simply went to sleep after eating, but the reality was probably more complicated. The fire couldn't be allowed to burn out. If it did, the camp would suddenly become cold, completely dark, and much more vulnerable to predators. Researchers believe that someone in the group was often awake to keep adding wood to the fire and remain alert for danger. Interestingly, studies of modern hunter-gatherer societies suggest that people naturally wake up at different times during the night. Instead of everyone sleeping at once, there is almost always someone awake. This natural pattern may have protected ancient humans for thousands of years without anyone needing clocks, alarms, or organized guard shifts. When there was no immediate danger, ancient humans likely spent time looking up at something that modern people rarely experience, the true night sky. Without city lights or pollution, the stars would have appeared incredibly bright. The Milky Way stretched across the sky like a glowing river, and countless stars filled every direction. Over many generations, people noticed that certain stars appeared during specific seasons and disappeared during others. These observations gradually helped humans understand the passing of time, predict seasonal changes, and even anticipate animal migrations. Long before telescopes or astronomy existed as a science, the night sky became one of humanity's greatest teachers. Night was also a time of fear because darkness hid many unknown dangers. Strange sounds echoed through forests and grasslands, while glowing eyes sometimes appeared beyond the firelight. Humans couldn't always identify what was hiding in the darkness, and that uncertainty likely fueled early beliefs in supernatural forces and spirits. Psychologists believe our natural fear of the dark may even be an evolutionary survival instinct passed down from ancestors who needed to remain cautious after sunset. Being too curious at night could easily become fatal. Eventually, people fell asleep, but not in comfortable beds. Some slept inside caves, while others rested beneath simple shelters made from branches, leaves, animal skins, or mammoth bones in colder regions. Families often slept close together, sharing body heat and staying near the fire for warmth and protection. Their sleep was frequently interrupted by animal noises, changing weather, or the need to add more wood to the fire. It was nothing like the quiet, uninterrupted nights most of us experience today. So, what did ancient humans really do at night? They stayed close to the fire, repaired tools, cooked food, watched for predators, cared for one another, shared stories, and gazed at the stars. The darkness wasn't simply a time for sleeping. It was a time for learning, planning, bonding, and surviving together. In many ways, some of the habits that make us human today may have been shaped not during the day, but around a small campfire under a sky filled with millions of stars. The next time you switch on a light after sunset, remember that for almost all of human history, people relied on nothing more than fire, each other, and the courage to face another night.